Good evening, y'all. I wanted to do this reading on this. She's Nigerian. Her name is Eunice Dwumfour. I know I'm not saying that right. It's spelled Dwumfour. She was a New Jersey councilwoman, and not too long ago, she was murdered in her car right in front of her house. Okay, she was murdered, and as of yet, there are I don't know if there's a suspect, but are suspects. I believe the investigation to her murder is ongoing. So she just caught my eye, her situation, and I decided to do a reading and ask the cards who did it and why. Okay? So I'm going to shuffle these cards really well. Really well. And I'm going to focus on Miss Eunice Dwumfour, New Jersey councilwoman that was murdered right in front of her house. Why? Why was she murdered? And by whom? Why was she murdered? Why was she murdered? What's this murder about? What was this stuff? Okay. All right. So I'm putting the cards down. All righty. Wow. Wow, wow. And wow. Okay. Okay. So the first card that comes up is the Knight of Pentacles. When I see that card, I see an offer. I see somebody offering money. Also, that's a card that talks about career and work environment. So, definitely may have something to do with somebody she worked with or something like that. I'm kind of picking up, but definitely there was an offer. Now, when I see the horseman, the Knight of Pentacles horseman offering this pentacle, that can be an offer to an offer of money to have something done. Okay, let's just put it that way. So she comes up as the nine of Pentacles next to the World. She was a very accomplished young lady. She was in a good place financially. Very good place financially. Very accomplished young lady, okay? So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Except for there are four cards. Four main cards. There are actually more, but four main cards for me that come up every time. Either one, it might be two or more, or whatever, or one, or but they're basically five. Okay, five cards that come up that talks about infidelity. Okay, so the number one is the Seven of Swords. Okay, because that can talk about being stabbed in the back, treachery. There's another word I want to use for the Five of Swords. I don't know why it's not coming up. Oh my God, my mind. But a lot of times that can talk about, okay, betrayal. And it can speak of infidelity. Now, that card did not come up. But the Two of Pentacles comes up. Talks about dealing with two or more people at the same time. The Knight of Wands comes up, infidelity, and the Lovers card comes up. The Lovers, and at the bottom, oh my goodness, the Three of Cups. Okay, so let's moving on. the judgment comes up. The judgment card comes up next to the Two of Pentacles. Judgment talks about somebody's idea of you get what you deserve type of thing. All right, you asked for it. This is your fate for what you did. All right. I'm looking at the Lovers next to the King of Swords, next to the Knight of Wands. That is next to the Death card, and the Nine of Wands and the Death card are not facing each other. They're like opposite directions with their backs turned to each other. Okay, so when I see Lovers next to the King of Swords and the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords between the Lovers and the Knight of Wands, it goes back to infidelity in the fact that somebody was aware of it. Somebody was aware of it. They weren't happy about it. They were very angry. And this card can also talk about revenge, okay? So the sword, the King of Swords, with his sword up in his hand, he's ready to fight. He's ready to fight. The sword is a weapon, okay? Ready to fight. And so it's like, okay, I keep getting cards talk about judgment. So it's almost like they're saying there's some type of judgment here that caused this death. Now, before I get to the last four, that's very telling. I already have concluded as to who the cards is saying is guilty for the murder of Miss Eunice. Okay, I'm not going to go into that just yet. But when I see the Death card, I kind of feel that her and her husband may have been at the point of divorce. Because the Death card, when somebody is already married, the Death card comes up, it talks about divorce. Now, it doesn't always talk about divorce. It can talk about marriage. It can speak about a new baby. The Death card is not always negative. But when it's talking about marriage, it talks about divorce. So you ask me, why am I mentioning marriage? So here we go. The Seven of Wands comes up next to the Hierophant, the Page of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Anybody that knows anything about the Hierophant knows that one of its main meanings is marriage. Now, I was thinking that maybe some jealous woman could have did this. No. This was not a jealous woman, had her killed over a mate or anybody else she may have been messing around with. That's not what I'm coming up. I'm not coming up with that, okay? What I see is like playing right before my eyes, okay? They were about, I believe that they were on their way to divorce. They were trying to wait. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. They were trying to wait, trying to maintain the marriage, but things just went down south. There might have been an argument, nasty words said, and somebody was not willing to let go of their feelings, their ill feelings about what had happened. Also, when I see this Page of Swords, I kind of feel like somebody was watching her. I see male energy. The last 8 cards ain't nothing but a male energy. Y'all, this woman was seeing multiple people. With all these cards coming up talking about infidelity, I'm going to say it was her. Okay, I think it was her, because I'm not looking at a situation, the cards, where a man has fallen in love with somebody outside his union and he wants to get rid of his union so he can be with the other person. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just the opposite. It seems like to me that when I look at this Knight of Pentacles, or money being offered, to me this looks like a hit. This looks like a hit over multiple infidelity situations. It had to be more than one. All these cards coming up, or it's a situation where it just kept happening and happening over and over again. But this is more than one person. It could be two people that are not, who are out there, going out on their union. Okay, but this is about her. So this is somebody's way of meting out justice, and not justice, excuse me, judgment for infidelity. Now the Eight of Pentacles comes up too, but it doesn't come up, it comes like at the bottom, like before the Three of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. When I see those two cards, they have, like the cards, they have different divinatory meanings. But when I see them both, when I see either one, in most cases, most times they're talking about work condition, people you work with, things happening on the job. Okay, so this was probably somebody that are multiple people she was seeing on the job or in her career environment. This is a case about infidelity, honey. I see marriage all in these cards. I see lovers. I see multiple lovers. I see somebody being watched. I see somebody very, very angry and unwilling to let this go, and determined to mete out what they felt was judgment for this indiscretion against them. This was definitely a hit. So I just basically gave you the answer as to what the cards are saying and who. I mean, it's very clear. It's very clear to me. Okay, just to, just open the door to other options. It could have been the other person, but honey, Miss Eunice was seeing more than one person. She was not dedicated to her marriage. I'm sorry. This is just what I'm saying, okay? There was no, there were lovers, multiple lovers at different times. I don't think the lover did so. I doubt it. To me, it looks like the person that she was married to, okay? And he offered, there was an offer for somebody to do what they did. They got paid, and that's it. She was murdered because of infidelity. Peace, everybody. Thank you for listening. Like and share this video. I really appreciate you all. Have a blessed night.